Welcome to my channel. This is Destined to Love Tarot. I'm here bringing you all your twin flame energy check-in reading. This is for October 30th, 2018. Keep in mind, if you want a more personal reading tailored to your own personal twin flame situation, all of my information is below in the description box. And don't forget to leave a comment below. Let me know if you find this helpful or insightful, or if it resonates. Leave a comment and let me know. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as well. Here, the cards on the left here are the Divine Masculine, and then the right side is the Divine Feminine. And then we have some messages from the Divine Masculine, messages from Spirit. It looks like the Divine Masculine's energy today, the collective energy in their heart space here, we have the King of Cups, Two of Cups. There is still a lot of love here. They're feeling a lot of emotions, a lot of love, a lot of healing is taking place within them. They are definitely, with that Judgment card, they're still wanting, they are wanting in their heart, they still want that reconciliation. They want a rebirth of this union. They want to come back into union with the Divine Feminine. Also, we have the Ten of Pentacles here, and so we see here that they are wanting that long-term stable union. They want to come back into union with the Divine Feminine because they know she is their perfect partner, and they want to come back into union. They feel a lot of love and, you know, attraction and commitment, a deep soul connection, and they're in, you know, they're in realization that this is my Divine Feminine, this is my divine partner, my perfect partner, and I want to come back into union with the feminine. And there's a lot of love here, an overwhelming amount of emotions and love, but they are in control of their emotions. But there's definitely a lot of love there right now, and you're just feeling the overflowing of love. And there's healing as well. A lot of healing is taking place within the Divine Masculine. But the Divine Masculine is definitely wanting to come back into union within his heart, wanting to come back into union and have that stable, long-term union with the Divine Feminine. But we see here in the headspace, again, we have the Victory card. We have the Six of Wands. So definitely still wanting that victory. In their headspace, they're thinking about having that victory. They want to come in and you know, and forge forward for this victory. But this is in the headspace. So we'll see in the 3D if the masculine is actually going to take action on those thoughts. Also, again, wanting their wish fulfilled. The Divine Masculine wants their wish fulfilled. They have a lot of love, again, overflowing amount of love for the Divine Feminine. She is their wish come true, their wish fulfillment. She makes them feel very happy and just full of love, a lot of love and emotion there. But also, this also says too, though, in the headspace, that the Divine Masculine can be feeling, you know, just okay with being single right now too. Wants that victory, but is stuck in this I'm okay with just me if need be. But here we have the Magician, and so again, I could say here the Divine Masculine is feeling like kind of in the manipulative thoughts here of manipulation. Could be feeling a little manipulative towards the situation, and the Divine Feminine trying to maybe manipulate the situation to better suit them and where they are standing in until they're ready to forge forward, because we know the Divine Masculine, as we see in the heart space, wants that union, but however is maybe not ready to take those steps as of yet, and so it's doing things to maybe keep the feminine interested and trying to keep her focused on him. And so he may be doing things trying to control the reality, because we know the Magician here can be a manipulator. But it also says that the Divine Masculine is trying to master his universe, trying to master this union to fit his needs and where he stands at this point in time. But he is definitely wanting to create you know, the perfect union here, wanting to come into union and trying to create a space for this victory. Here we have the Two of Pentacles. So again, knowing that the feminine is his divine partner, divine match, and wanting to get the balance back, wanting to come back into union. Definitely trying to also possibly trying to balance the feminine and some other situation. And so that is what's going on within the divine masculine's head, trying to balance, find that balance back within the union, and juggling some other situations here. But he is definitely still wanting that victory. Now in the divine feminine's heart space here, we have the Sun. Again, we know the divine feminine is still holding true to wanting that happy ever after, wanting that success, that joy, that fulfillment, that wanting that everything, all of that love, putting everything, all her heart and soul into this union, because she knows that the divine masculine is her perfect partner, and she's still hopeful for this union, still holds a lot of hope for this union. But also here we have the Four of Pentacles, so we can see here that the divine feminine is beginning to be guarded and has her guard up towards the divine masculine in her heart space, because she doesn't want him to come back in and do the same things again. So the divine feminine here is protecting her heart. She's definitely guarded now. She wants that reconciliation, but is guarded as to until she has a clearer sight or view or understanding of what the divine masculine may be bringing back around. And again, here we have the Eight of Swords, and again, the divine feminine is feeling trapped within this union because maybe the divine feminine is feeling like the masculine is not stepping forward, and so within her heart space, she's still feeling trapped within this union, unable to move forward or move away, or you know, change focus onto someone else or something else, whichever it may be. The feminine is feeling very trapped at this time, feeling trapped and guarded. So she's guarded and unable to move away though, but still having that hope there in the heart space. And then we have that Chariot again with that Sun in that Chariot. The feminine is still wanting that victory, determined to have that victory with the masculine, and that's probably what's holding her trapped within that Eight of Swords energy within the heart space, just still feeling trapped and stuck and unable to move away from the masculine and change her focus at this time, because she is guarded, but however still wanting that victory because she knows he is her divine partner. Now in the divine feminine's heart space, of course, we have the Ace of Cups. Again, still holding all of that love, that overflowing amount of love. Still have, in the head space, she's still wanting, you know, that new love. She doesn't want the same love, because this is the Eight of Cups. She wants a new love, you know, a new rejuvenated love. Not the same love that they once had before. She wants the reconciliation, but in a new way, in a new energy, putting away all of the old and welcoming the new. As we see, we have the Death card in her here in her head space. So she's wanting that transformation, wanting to put an end to what was and forge a totally new union with the masculine. She doesn't want him to come back to her in that same energy. Don't come back to her in that Knight of Wands energy. She wants him back in the King of Wands energy, in the King space, you know, and she's not open to taking any less, and she's wanting that transformation, wanting to put away the old and make room for the new. As we see, this is the Ace of Cups. Also in her head space, we have that Knight of Swords. So again, she's wanting this to happen very swiftly and quickly, wanting this change, this transformation to happen a little bit faster, it seems like the divine feminine is getting tired of waiting on the masculine, and she's wanting this to happen fairly swiftly and quickly. She's wanting this new love, this new union to begin fairly quickly, because the divine feminine has been waiting for a while, and so she wants a swift action here, as in with the Ace of Pentacles as well in the headspace. Wanting that offer to come in. She wants it to come in swiftly and quickly. It looks like the divine feminine may be tired of waiting, because we know it's been a lot in the Seven of Pentacles energy and the Knight of Pentacles energy, and so that's why that Knight of Swords there in her headspace and this Ace of Pentacles. She's wanting the masculine to come in with this offer immediately, or she may possibly be thinking about walking away, because we do see there with that Eight of Swords and that Four of Pentacles, she is beginning to be guarded and wanting to possibly move away from this union if she is able to get out of the trapped feelings and emotions, and she may just decide to change her focus and move away from things. And so this Death card could also be saying within her headspace, she's thinking about bringing this to an end. The divine feminine is thinking about letting this go, letting this die, and moving on to something new, someone else new, maybe a new soulmate. Maybe the divine feminine is tired of waiting for this divine masculine, and so she's going to swiftly and quickly move on to someone else that can possibly offer her this Ace of Pentacles. Now in the 3D here we have what the divine masculine may do, what steps he may take, what actions divine masculine may take, and we have the Nine of Swords here. So it looks like here the divine masculine is still in his head and just constantly thinking things over and stressing over the past events and all of the regret and sorrow, and still not able to move himself out of this Nine of Swords energy. He's stuck in his headspace still and not making any actions. Also, we have the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Swords here. Again, divine masculine is stuck in his headspace. He's feeling trapped. They're both feeling that trapped energy. He's feeling so trapped that he's unable to move and make any actions. And the divine feminine is saying, if you don't make some actions, I may just let this go and walk away. And we have that Knight of Wands. Again, he's not feeling very optimistic and trapped in his thoughts and stressing and having sleepless nights and all those types of things over the, the union, over trying to figure out what to do. But he's not feeling very optimistic because maybe he doesn't feel like the divine feminine is going to accept him, or maybe he's just not feeling like he is ready or in the right space to present an offer to the divine feminine as yet. Because we see here he definitely wants to give the offer. He wants that union and that long-term stable commitment with the feminine, but however it's in his heart space and his head space. But however he is just feeling trapped, a lot of trappedness. We have the Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, Nine of Wands, and the Hermit card. The divine masculine is still being stuck in introspection and stuck within himself. He is doing a lot of self-reflecting and trying to heal away those things and work through the things that he needs to work through. But he's beginning to get that trap feeling, where he's been feeling trapped in the thoughts and unable to take action. But also here we have the Nine of Pentacles. He's becoming too content with being single and being alone, being to himself, and he's not making any actions forward at this time. According to these cards here, the divine masculine is not making any action, because these are swords, and even that Nine of Wands is saying that he's not feeling very optimistic at this time. He's just content within himself, and inside of himself he's in hermit mode. And then as you look over here in the divine feminine's 3D space, action she may take, she's mirroring the divine masculine. Now she's in hermit mode, saying if you're not taking any action, I'm not taking any actions either. And also the divine feminine is doing a lot of introspection and self-reflection and deciding whether she wants to move away from him, because also she's coming up a couple of tens. As we already see, the divine feminine has that death card there. She's about ready to let go and walk away. In the 3D, we have the 10 of swords and the 10 of wands. The divine feminine is and will possibly be walking away from this union at this time. She's tired of all of this stagnant energy. She's tired of the divine masculine not coming forth, not making any movements, any actions, not opening up and being truthful and honest and being forthright. And so it's beginning to be a burden with this 10 of wands. She's ready to lay those wands down. The divine feminine is laying these burdens down, is ready to walk away, and the masculine is still here in this hermit mode, not taking any action. We also have the world card in the divine feminine space. She is ready to bring this cycle to an end. The divine feminine is ready to accept what is, accept where they are, and accept that the masculine is not making any movements towards her right now. And the divine feminine is ready to end this cycle and walk away and start a new cycle, possibly with someone else, because as we see here in her head space, she's thinking about a new love. Divine feminine is thinking about a new love, possibly new love potential, because she is tired of waiting on that offer from the masculine. So she's going into hermit mode towards the masculine. If he's going to be in hermit mode, so is she. We have here a couple of messages from the divine masculine. We have free will and new direction. And so this is just saying to me that the divine masculine is saying to the divine feminine, you have the free will to go in a new direction. If I'm not moving fast enough for you, if you are tired of waiting, you do have free will. You don't have to remain trapped and stuck in this union. You are free to move away from this union if that is what serves your greater good at this time. You know, we do have free will. We know this is a twin flame union, but you always have the free will to move away. And so we have here free will and new direction, saying that you are free to walk away if that's what you need to do for your soul's growth at this time. Then we also have union and metamorphosis. So it's just saying here that this union is going through a lot of changes and transformations. As we see with that death card, there is a lot of transformations here and changes. A rebirth is needed here, you know, to create a brand new union here, not what the old union stood on. We need to create a brand new foundation for this union, and that is what's being created during this time of transformation. So a little more patience will be needed if the divine feminine is still going to remain loyal to this union, or if the divine feminine has decided to walk away. But it is going through a major transformation here. We also have a couple of other cards here, and they're saying divine feminine, self-worth, and crosswords. And so again, as we saw here in the divine feminine cards, the divine feminine is working on her self-worth, knowing her value, knowing that she is worthy of the love that she desires, and she knows that now. So that has her at a crossroads where, do I stay in this union or do I walk away and maybe find another soulmate that is better fulfilling? So it looks like the divine feminine, again, this just goes with the rest of the reading. She's tired of waiting. She knows her value now. She's standing in her power, and she is ready to walk away if she has to. But the divine feminine is at a crossroads right now. But also we have here stars. It says a long journey brings rewards. Conflict and danger lie in wait. We have a sly and subtle approach is needed. And I feel like this is saying here, conflict and danger lie in wait. It's just saying to me, as we see here, the conflict is going to be that the divine feminine is getting tired of waiting on the divine masculine, and she may walk away from this union. This may cause some conflict within the union, but a long journey will bring rewards. And so it's just saying, Spirit is saying, hang in there. You know, you have the free will to walk away and forge a new direction if need be, but all of this transformations and healing and changing and growing, it will prove to be rewarding in the end for the divine feminines if they could just hold on a little bit longer. A slight and subtle approach is needed. And this is just saying, you know, use your logic and just be patient, and you maybe use a different approach towards the divine masculine, and you all can have maybe a better successful outcome if you can maybe change your approach towards the masculine for the feminines, or vice versa. They are going to need to maybe come up with a different approach. They are needing to take an approach, take action. The slow movement approach, the stagnant, staying in that same energy approach is not working, and the divine feminine may walk away. But we also have a new relationship blossom. So again, they're letting you know for the long haul, if the divine feminine can hold out, they will have a brand new relationship, as we saw here with the Ace of Cups and the Death card. This transformation, there's a major transformation, there's a major overhaul that is happening to this union here, and it was definitely needed, because as we see here, the divine feminine had some self-worth issues to work on her own self, and we know the divine masculine has some grief and regret and sorrow and forgiveness and things to work through on his behalf, and they both all had old worn out beliefs to work through. And so this is just spirit saying that, hey, it will pay off in the end. You all can have that new beginning. Then we also have the hourglass. Time is of the essence, and so I think this card here is speaking to the divine masculine. It's trying to let the divine masculine know that time is running out. Time is of the essence, and this card speaks of taking action now. The divine masculine needs to take action now, because divine feminines are just about to walk away. And if the divine masculine doesn't take action now, this card speaks of taking action right now. Now is the most optimal time. This is the perfect opportunity for the divine masculine to act, and he needs to act quick or he's gonna lose his feminine. So also we have a few other cards here. We have separation. We know they're in separation, and they're saying that this time of separation is for healing. A lot of healing needs to take place and has taken place. Pay attention to red flags, forgiving and learning. So again, we know this separation was so that they all, divine masculines and divine feminines, could go through some healing within themselves, and you know, heal away and purge away any past pains and regrets and sorrows, and work on self-worth and forgiveness, and pay attention to red flags. Just paying attention to what you're doing, if you're coming off codependent or, you know, too attached, and if you're trying to manipulate the situation to better fit you. Pay attention to what you are doing, and also any red flags that may come up from either party, divine masculine or feminine, those need to be heeded too. Don't ignore any red flags that you receive, but definitely work on your healing and forgiveness during this time of separation. Don't try and force it along. Spirit wants divine feminine to maybe hold out a little bit longer, as we see here. Definitely saying that you're going to get your reward. You're going to get your new relationship, but you're going to have to just be a little bit more patient if you decide to hang around. If you decide to walk away and maybe find, you know, a better, more fulfilling, suitable union with another soulmate, that's fine too. You do have that free will, as we see here. You have the free will if you want to walk away into a new direction. So that is the energy for the twin flames on today, October the 30th. Definitely the masculines are needing to come out of this hermit mode, or the feminine is definitely thinking about walking away from this union. The divine feminine still has a lot of love here, but the divine feminine is very guarded at this time and really thinking about maybe moving on to something else. So I hope you all found this to be very helpful and insightful. If you did, leave a comment below. Let me know. Let me know if it resonates with you. And also don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as well. And if you want a personal reading, that information is below in the description box. See you all soon.